Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the final chapter of our Weekend League saga. We're going into the last 5 games. We're in the home stretch, and the team has not changed at all, as I've said now in 4 straight videos. All right, and I don't want to have to say it again, so maybe you should fucking listen next time so I don't have to say it 5 times in a row, all right? Anyways, getting into the final games, we only had about an hour left to finish these games, so I started to get really stressed out because our record's pretty solid. We're at 18-2. And I just want to make sure we finish the games. And with only an hour left, it's going to be cutting it pretty close. We're going to need some rage quits. And how Weekend League works is if you get into the final game before the timer runs out, you get to finish that game. So we really needed to get through 4 games. And then as long as we could get into that final game, we're going to be okay. On the offensive side of the ball, we're going to be playing as aggressively as possible, as well as the defensive side of the ball, because we're obviously going to be trying to force rage quits. So on offense, our first drive he's panned out pretty well. We ended up scoring pretty quickly. Only a minute 15 on that first drive. Unfortunately, the 2-point conversion did not pan out. And on defense, starting off strong as well, Ronald Lott with an interception to start the game, and he's going to take that one back to the Heezy. That's a touchdown as well. So at this point, I was hoping, because there's only an hour left, that this guy might be, inclined to quit out, maybe get into a different game.
Nah, B.
But he wanted to run the ball with LeGarrette Blount and take it for 61 yards. So that kind of threw a wrench in my plans. He scores a touchdown. Now we're only up 5, but we're still in the first quarter. And so the game plan is still the same. Going to be trying to score as quickly as possible on offense. A great dot right there to Jerry Rice on the sideline to about midfield. And this guy was running some pretty weird defense. I couldn't really tell. It was like a mixture of man and match. And I don't even know if he knew what kind of defense he was running. But I was starting to take my underneath a little bit. But then I noticed that the solo side had no deep zone, and he was manned up. So the running back wheel ended up getting wide open. We get a 37-yard touchdown. We take an extended lead once again. So now 7-18. We're going for 2. And the first 2 times we failed, but third time's a charm. Patty with the fatty gets in there, and now our lead is at 13. So with 4 minutes to go, we get a big sack on the quarterback. No Johnny Sins, and we get him in a 3rd and 19. I think if we get a stop here, things are going to be looking pretty good for us. He quick throws the seam, and Dion is not there to make a play. From there, he gets back in goal line, hands it off to LeGarrette Blount, and his fat fucking ass just runs over 3 or 4 guys. Another guy misses. And look at Aaron Donald, bro. Aaron Donald running his little booty off, trying to catch up. Unfortunately, it was in vain. But take another look at this, man. LeGarrette Blount, all 250 pounds of him. Then Khalil Mack falls over the pile. Then Jesse Bates doesn't even want to touch him. And he's off to the races for a 71-yard touchdown. So that doesn't do good for our hopes of him quitting out. At this point, I'm kind of expecting. I don't think this guy's going to quit out. So and a half. Let's just try to get our points, go up 2 possessions, and just milk the rest of this clock. Because like I said, this guy's probably not going to quit out. We got 22 seconds on the clock here. No timeouts. We roll out. We see our running back open. Patty with the fatty catches it. Goes down at the 1. And with 15 seconds on the clock, I assume, hold down circle, we go up and spike the ball. But it took off all the time, and we walk away at the end of half with 0 points. So we're still only up 1 possession, and we're only up 6 points, not even a full touchdown. So if he scores here, if he gets lucky in some way, Randy Moss on the seam, then he's going to have a lead, and that's not good against a guy like this. I feel like these are the guys that just piss you off. This guy was pissing me off pretty thoroughly because I just felt like he was just handing it off to LeGarrette Blount, running some stupid-ass shit and getting lucky. And now this is a game against a bot. And not only that, I'm on a time crunch. I was pretty pissed. This game raised my blood pressure quite a bit. We end up going with a cover 3 beater. You can find that one in my ebook. Randy Moss making a great catch now in his territory again. And now that we're in field goal range, I'm like, if we get a touchdown, I'm obviously going to go for 2 again. Hopefully take a full touchdown lead. And this guy was not adjusting his defense whatsoever. So I could have literally ran the same play down the entire field with no problems, because all he was doing was, as the play started, he would click onto the D-line and just spam whatever button he was spamming. 4th down conversion right there. Like, he was just quick throwing shit, man. I don't even know. It was like shit that shouldn't be caught. And there we go. I finally manned up Randy Moss. Mike Haynes gets an interception. But this guy he was a robot. He was definitely a bot. And like I said, on defense, he would just click off his user and click onto the D-line and just spam buttons until he got a block shed. But that interception kind of sealed the game for us. We go up by 2 possessions there, get the victory, and we got to get into the next one quick, man. We're 19-2, and we got to get these victories rolling. We got to get a rage quit or 2 if we want to finish. Jim Kelly on the opposing team. We're going against a guy named Blade. His name's Blade, I think. Very cool name, brother. And we're starting off with a laser. Randy Moss up the sideline. And the game plan for this game, exactly the same as the last one. Try to score as fast as possible. Pedal to the metal. Try to get this guy to quit out. 1st and 10 here. Got a lot of time in the pocket. O-line doing a fantastic job. Marino rolling out. Gets a little space. Picks up a block. And he's inside the 5. Is that Dan Marino or Mike Vick? I can't tell, brother. 2nd and goal here from the 3. We're going to hand it off to Patty, who's going to get a nice block and into the end zone for our first touchdown. So we scored pretty quickly. Once again, about 1:15. Now going for 2. We see a wide open Devin Hester, and it's 8-0. I'm like, cool. Great way to start this game. If we get a stop or 2 early, this guy, maybe he's not going to be like the last guy. Maybe he'll quit out. A nice dot from him on the sideline. That's Randy Moss making a catch. We get him in a 3rd and 2. Not the best run defense. It looks like he's passing. 3rd and 2. Oh, baby. Mike Haynes in the hard flat. That was a nice adjustment by myself. And hopefully, if we score here, this could be GG's early. 25 seconds left in the first quarter. Playing some pretty aggressive defense. Looks like everybody was down near the line, but they did recover nicely. So nothing was open. I had to wait on the route bounce, and I threw it to triangle just a split second too early. If I wait a little bit longer, he starts coming back to the ball, and so we gave him the ball right back. So he's got the ball at the 13, dropping back to pass, and boom, doesn't matter. User lurk, Diablo, swooping underneath that route, and we get the ball right back. So it's just as if I caught it. Let's just pretend I never threw the pick. We caught it, and now we see Patterson's manned up. But we click onto those, baby. We catch those. We clicked on, aggressive caught. Now our ball at the 1, hand it off again, and our man's in the end zone. If we get the 2-point conversion, it's going to be 16-0. Not going to be looking good for my opponent's chances of coming back. Patty with the fatty with another catch. 16-0. 3 minutes left in the first half. One more stop. I think this guy's going to be out of here. But he's got a nice dot. That crosser got behind our outside quarter. Dion not there to make the play, but he does make the tackle at the 18-yard line. So we got to hold strong here in the red zone. 1st and 10. Hands off up the middle. That's Marshawn Lynch finding a hole. Aaron Donald missing the tackle, and he gets into the end zone to bring it within still 2 possessions, actually. I don't know why that guy didn't go for 2. It's still a 2-possession game. We are up 9. 1st and 10 now with 2:22 left in the game. Devin Hester beats his man up the sideline, makes a man miss, and we're inside the 40. That's field goal range. We're already up 9. If we get 7 here, we'll make it 8, actually. If we get 8 here, we're going to be up 17, which is 3 possessions. Look at Cordero Patterson go. Weaving and juking through defenders. Unfortunately, we were unable to get in the end zone, and we kick our 3. I actually saved my timeouts. I think I started chewing clock on this guy, too, trying to get out of here as quickly as possible because, like I said, we did not have a ton of time. Should have been a pick right there, but he converts on 3rd down. We actually get him in a 4th and 1. Playing some hard flats. He throws it right to the hard flat, and Deion Sanders there to make the play. Intercepts it, goes down. Like I said, I'm trying to chew this clock as quickly as possible, and thank you to Blade for quitting out because it saved us a little bit of time. Now 20 and 2 going into the next game. My opponent's got Deion Sanders as well, which, if he plays him in the right spot, could be a bad thing. If he mans him up and presses, can be a good thing for us. But he's starting off running the ball. Under center, little ground and pound. Sean Alexander getting across midfield. Now he's at the 38 in shotgun, looking to pass here with 2 tight ends. Aaron Rodgers takes a big sack. No Lana Rhodes. Now 2nd and 14 at the 42-yard line. Throws it right into coverage. Ed Reed does not make a play. And this guy continues to move the ball. His reads were not the best, but like I said, he was moving the ball. We miss a tackle, and he scores on his opening drive. 7-0 him. And if you're trying to get a guy to quit out, that is not the way you want to start, obviously. 1st and 10. He runs a cover 4. We start off with a 1-play touchdown. Randy Moss, you guys know the drill. Pedal to the metal. That means I'm going 1-play bombs all day. And you know our mantra. We throw bombs, we fuck moms. It's just what we do. 3rd and goal here from the 5-yard line. Not much open. Got to make something happen with Dan Marino. We throw it to the flats last second. He actually tackles us at the 1. Puts us in a 4th and goal scenario. And then I thought his user was going to run with the running back. He runs with the in route. Bad timing ball hawk. And he gets pinned at the 1 because of it. If he would have got the interception, he would have been at the 20. But because of that ball hawk, we end up getting an interception. That was a hard flat. He tried to throw the screen, and our boy Reggie Nelson undercuts it and gets himself a touchdown. Good job, Reggie. We're all proud of you. Now 7-6. We go for 2. Throw it to Darren Waller, and we take the lead. So this guy had a crazy turn of events. Thought he was, going to go down, potentially go up 2 possessions. Instead, he's now losing the game. Questionable read right there to the sideline. Gets him a pass to the 39-yard line. Now in a 3rd and 10. Playing some pretty good zone coverage, and Dion is underneath the route. That was a turnover we needed. And now with 3 minutes left in the first half, we're going to be trying to chew this clock down, hopefully, and go into halftime with the lead, getting the ball right back. Darren Waller, nice catch, gets his clock cleaned, but a big gain nonetheless to the 20-yard line. He's running mostly zone coverage. We throw it to Darren Waller once again, who clicks on with the aggressive catch. And with a minute on the clock, 2nd and goal, Patty with the fatty into the end zone to take the lead. Now up 7-15. In hindsight, it should have gone for 2. And once again, this stupid fucking run commit bug, man. I told you guys about this in the last video. Something about the patch made adjusting quickly really sticky, and I just always accidentally run commit when I'm adjusting too fast. I'll adjust really, really quickly, and there's always a run commit, and it couldn't come at a worse time than before half, because we just basically gave him a free 7 points. He was not going to score on that drive. He only had like 15 seconds. So we're only up by 1 now. It's our ball, though, so if we go down, score, and get a 2-point conversion, we'll be up by 2 possessions, and that will hopefully ice the game. You see, we're trying to take off as much clock as possible. 2nd and 9, we get tackled at the 1. Unfortunately, we get caught in a 4th and 1. We didn't convert on the 3rd down, but we find the open receiver. That's Randy Moss on the hitch route. Get another big gain. Keep that clock moving, baby. Now in the 4th quarter, only about 3 minutes to go. We're continuing to run the ball. Cordero Patterson bouncing around in there and going down in the end zone. That is a touchdown. Now, we failed on the 2-point conversion. We only got 6 points out of that drive, so we're only up 7. So if this guy scores right here in the last minute, it's going to be a tie game, and we're going to be going into overtime. Play action right there. Aaron Rodgers rolling out, looking for a receiver, and he is wide open, beating our cover 2. A good dot for my opponent, and he ties up the game with 20 seconds to go. We got to get 3 here. We got 3 timeouts. We can definitely do it. And the first pass to Jerry Rice makes a man miss, and we're in field goal range. It only took 1 play. You know, we had a little bit of extra time than we needed, so I was feeling comfortable we'd be able to get 3. We go down and easily do it. Take the victory. Again, not getting a quit out, though, so this last game, we only had about 10 minutes, and we had 2 games to go. So this last guy, we really needed to quit out. And I got to give the biggest freaking shout-out in the entire world to Jack Frost Gotti. My man quits out, gives us a free win. The absolute homie right there, Jack Frost Gotti, and we are successfully able to get into our final game with only minutes remaining on the clock. So if that game would have actually played out, we wouldn't have been able to finish our last game and just automatically taken the L. But now that we're in this final game, we can actually kind of take our time because there's no more time restriction. We made it into the final game. We're going to get all our games in, and as long as we win, we'll hopefully be ranked in the top 10. 2nd and 9, we get a big sack. No Tiana Trump. And we get him in a 3rd and 21. Let's try to get off the field right here. We get another sack. No Riley Reed. And he punts us the ball. So that's a great start. You know, you get him in a 4th and long. They end up punting you the ball. It's usually a sign that the game's going to go in your favor. But these tipped interceptions, man, I've been complaining about it all week. Y'all gonna look at that shit. Darren Waller got his cheeks taken by Lawrence Taylor. And that's the coked out Lawrence Taylor I know. All right? My Lawrence Taylor, I guess, sometimes forgets to take his drugs before the game. But, you know, that is the guy we know and love. 2nd and goal now for my opponent. He throws it underneath. Should have been picked off. And you guys know the drill. If you get cheated on a drive, they're going to score. Good high pass from my opponent. Throws the hitch route to Brandon Marshall and scores 7-0. We're in the 2nd quarter now. I've only had that 1 play. And you see my opponent was just blitzing his ass off. So 2nd and 10, we learned from our mistakes on the first drive. We blocked everybody and we just threw it deep to Moss. He didn't have the greatest coverage behind it. This guy was just playing like crazy aggressive. We convert on the 2-point conversion, and now we have a lead. And so if we can get a stop on this drive, I think I figured out his defense. He's just going to blitz my dick off. But we cannot get a stop. We ran some match coverage, and it looks like he had a match beater. Antonio Brown over the top, bombing us for a 78-yard touchdown. And once again, you can see this guy's defense right here. He's blitzing everybody, and then the coverage behind it. He's running a cover 2 shell. I just put streaks on the field, and I had multiple things open. Moss getting his 2nd touchdown of the game, and we went for 2 and didn't get it. So the game is only tied up. Now, 2:30 left in the game. It's his ball. He's spinning all over the place. We're missing tackles. We tackle him at the 45-yard line, and I just want the ball back before half because I want to go into halftime with a lead. I really do, because I'm getting the ball to start the 2nd half for sure. We get a big sack on 3rd and 8. No Alex Adams, and we end up getting the ball back on the punt. You see, we block again, and just look at the coverage behind this. His inside guy, I think, wasn't even in a deep zone. I think he, like, manned up the outside guy, and then the inside guy was in, like, a 30-yard hook or something like that, because if I just had a little time, I waited, and we just ran right by him. I don't know what zone that was. We convert on the 2-point conversion, and now we're up by 8 points, okay? With 4 seconds left, he rolls out and throws it up. Nothing there. Intercepted by Charles Woodson. Maybe we're going to get a little return on it. Maybe we'll get a little glitchy on a return on it. Nope. Never mind. But here we are in the 2nd half. I told you we're getting the ball back. We have an 8-point lead, and I don't know why I tried to switch up what I was running. I feel like what I was running was working, but now we're in A slot. I think the reason I switched up to A slot is because the blocking is even better. We could actually block 8 and just have, you know, the 2 routes out there, which is okay. I thought Moss had him beat. Moss really did have him beat. It just says on the run, out of range. So So I guess the throw is just a little bit too deep for Dagger Dick Dan. We end up turning the ball over, giving him another opportunity, but we play some pretty crazy defense, sending a lot of heat at him. You could tell he was feeling the pressure. He lobbed a curl route. You don't lob curl routes, man. You just don't do it. And we take a 14-point lead. So with 3 minutes left in the game, it's looking like we're going to win. Reggie Nelson on ya ass. Another strip sack from our boy. And we get the turnover that's going to essentially end the game. Your peer has conceded the game. And with that, we finish our weekend league, man. 25 straight games. We went 23-2, ranked number 9. So we got top 10 rewards. If you guys do want to see the rewards, I'm planning on opening them on stream this weekend. If I upload this on Saturday, which I believe is the plan, I'm going to open them on stream today. So the rewards should be on my stream at twitch.tv/MazoMatic. You guys are going to see me play even more weekend league. And if you guys like this series, leave a like down below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new. I will see you boys very soon.
Now I'm on the outside.